Hello everyone. Today I would like to make a video about the installation for CNC Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, one of the very popular modes which made 10 years ago, called D-Day. The reason why I want to make this video is I find a lot of people are asking questions about how do we actually install this mode. And to me myself, I actually figure some eventually figure out how to install it, but I thought it's good for me to make a video for you guys to see that how did I install the D-Day mode. So actually it has three major steps, and also the fourth step and the fifth steps in the last I want to mention will be some graphic showing and also some important reference. So to start with, you have to have the game, which means the origin game for Yuri's Revenge for Red Alert 2. For me, and also the version number has to be 1.001. For me, I'm using the version from Origin, which you can buy Ultimate Collection from Origin platform, and there it has a Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge, which you can install. So after you install this Origin version of Red Alert 2, I would strongly recommend you to back it up and do not change whatever originally installed to your game, but you can do a copy paste to back up your original game. So for me, this is where I installed my Command&Conquer to Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge. So I simply copied the whole folder into one of the backup folder here. So as my golden copy. So in case I want to play the original game without any modes, okay, just put it here. And before we start, I would also strongly recommend you guys to copy this golden copy to any location you want. For me, I just create a folder called D-Day, and then I copied the original game here. So basically, copied here. And to start with, it actually, from the author of the D-Day mode, he actually need the user to install a tool called Ares. Okay. So what is Ares? Ares is a Yuri's Revenge expansion DLL2. Basically, after you install this and implement it to your game's running folder, you can see whatever the mode developers doing to improve their graphics and etc. Okay. Simply, you only need this Ares, so you simply download Ares, which will be the latest version. I already have it here. It's called Ares underscore 0 dot capital E. Simply just decompress it to the current folder before we copy over to the game's running folder. Because itself also have a README. Just open the README. It has the 5 steps, which is very useful if you could follow. So I mentioned that in order to it work, you have to have Yuri's Revenge version 1.001 only, which already have. And number 2 is extract the files to Yuri's Revenge game directory. And also ensure that you have installed the following runtimes from Microsoft. This is actually a mandatory step, but for most of the Windows 10 user, despite if you have 64 or 32-bit processor, I think you already have it, but just in case you don't, go to this link, downloading it, and then try to install this to see if it's applicable to your laptop. And also the fourth step is ensure that this file and this file are both set to the same compatibility mode. Okay, I will show you the fourth step. For now, let's just ignore the last step because you don't actually need the last step in order to trigger the game. I believe you can follow step 1 to step 3, but I want to mention the step 4. So I already copied everything useful to my to my running folder, and before we actually install the mode, make sure your gamemd.exe file, go to properties, compatibility. Always recommend to run as Windows XP Service Pack version 3, because I'm currently in a Windows 10 OS, and also run this program as an administrator, and then click apply. Same thing goes as the exe file here, and then go to properties, and then go to compatibility, and then run this program in compatibility mode for Windows XP Service Pack version 3, and also administrator privilege, and then click apply. So after you've done this step, after you've done step 1 to step 4, you can go ahead and close this README for errors, and also close the errors. And now we can start to install the mode. So we complete the step 2. The D-Day mode, so normally where do I find the mode for Red Alert 2 is, actually they have a very popular website called modedb.com. I will list the URL and the links I mentioned today in description. So basically you go to the D-Day mode, and then go down. You can see several versions and their updates. It's actually quite old. It was, the latest patch was published 7 years ago, but if you see the comments, people nowadays is still comment on this mode. You can tell that it's quite popular. So for me, I want to install the latest build and also the patch, so I have to download the latest version, which is 3.7 plus the 3.7b patch, because it will fix several small game bugs. So I download this and this. I already have them in my system. So I have D-Day version 3.7.7 and also the patch. Okay. So if you untar, if you decompress any of them, you will see a README to tell you to copy paste the content to your running folder. So you go ahead and you can decompress them, select the folder where you want your where you have your game running directory. For me, it's here. Okay, and then click decompress. Now this is just a Chinese version of the app, but I believe you have like WinRAR or any other compression applications for you to do it. So after you do the mode version itself, and also you can do it for the patch. After you've done these 2 steps, go to your games running directory. Since I've already completed all the steps I mentioned before, so I can directly go to a BAT file, which will trigger the game. Let me see, where is it? So it's called run arrays-bat. So I will show you step number 4 where it actually works. Okay, double click this BAT file, and we went into the game itself, and let's just test it out. The single player mode, finish game. I haven't really playing this game. This is actually my 3rd time game itself.
Tell us where we got you.
I just want to test it out.
Acknowledge. Roger that. We got you.
Ready to advance.
Load and fire. Keep it coming. Get those boots working, man. Get those boots working, man. Get those boots working, man.
It actually works.
Put us in the fight. As ordered.
I know, like,
no
most
problem.
Of the you can simply follow the
no
documentation,
problem.
which inside of the mode file. Let me just exit first. But I thought it's good to have this video because I was searching on the YouTube and Google that I found out there's no really instructions to install the game. It actually has it, but it's quite confusing for some players if they're really not familiar with the computer itself. So I thought it's for me it's good to have a video for the introduction for how to install this D-Day mode. Also, the last but not the least is I thought it's quite important is the reference part. Mm, for all of the popular modes, those authors normally will have a website because those mode developers, they are really good at computer programming and all that. So I found out that the author's website for DJ Make Eater. So he will post update contents, bug fixes, and all that in his own website. Also, some forms I found him as well. I assume it's a him. So always go there and check out the latest update and support the author itself. Also, you can browse the content for the update. And I think that's it for today's video. And thanks for watching.